Hello, I am the Canadian Zangief, and this time I'm trying a little something different. I'm here with a couple friends of mine and my wife. We're with Jared and Joanne, and of course my wife Jennifer. We're going to be playing some Diablo, and this is going to be foreplay. So, me and Jen have been playing this for a while now, Diablo 3. And we've gotten a few max level characters on PC. This is relatively new to Jared and Joanne. I'm pretty sure Jared has played it. Maybe some of the previous renditions, like Diablo 2 or something like that. So there should be a little bit that they can pick up on, but it's not going to be very hard. It's going to be four of us, and I am upping the difficulty a little bit, so it's a little bit harder. We're starting at level 1, no leveling gear or anything like that, so it's all from scratch. I was originally going to sit on hardcore, and if you die, you stay dead, and I didn't really want to go forward with that because that could end very badly. So we're just going to play it like this. So as for the lineup, I'm playing as a wizard this time around, and you'll be able to see me on the screen there. And it aims to be like a tanking wizard kind of thing at some point, because I've already made a crusader and I don't really want to play another crusader right now. Yes, the wizard's not very Zangief-like, but whatever. It's just gonna have a good time. So I'm in the corner as player 2, in the blue there. So whenever you see the little blue marker, that will be me. And my wife Jenny will be player 1. She's the orange marker. She's playing a female demon hunter. And my good friend Jared is with the green. He's playing a male demon hunter. And his wife Joanne would be in the purple. And she's being the more Zangief of the four of us. She is the female barbarian. So she'll be running forward and doing a lot of the tanking for us, like so. So all in all, it should be a fun playthrough. We're probably gonna play for a few episodes. We're not gonna go and play for days and days. We're just sitting down for an evening. We'll probably, maybe 2 or 3 episodes of Diablo 4 play just for fun, and then we'll probably move on to something else. I'm kind of trying to get into the rhythm of doing a lot of shorter play things. I don't want everything to be this long ongoing procedure or series, sub-series as it were, like Return to Eorzea. That's going to keep on going and going and going, because it's, I love that game, and it's something that I can just sit and, do on my own without anyone around. And Dial D for Destiny, I'm really enjoying that here and there. I'm actually surprised that's going on longer than I thought it was originally going to. It might actually be ongoing for a while. I doubt it will last as long as Return to Eorzea, but we'll see. I don't even think we're going to get to the end of Act 1, but we're going to at least, at the bare minimum, get to Skeleton King, I think. So we're just going forward here, just starting up the beginning quests, picking up some easy experience. On a side note, if anybody's actually ever thought about picking up Diablo 3, it is well worth the investment. The fact, especially on like console, because this is all local co-op. We're all sitting in the living room together, playing on one TV, having some drinks, having some laughs. It's a great time. PC, if you're more of a hardcore player, I guess, and want to just play and just want to play with randoms and that kind of stuff. Not to say that you can't do that on a home console, but of course you lose that local co-op kind of feeling, sitting down with friends and that. Like, that being said, me and my wife did originally get this for PC because that's what it was originally released for a couple years ago. Not too much has changed, but I do like the use of the gamepad for the game itself now. It's a lot more comfortable than point and click. One of the big things is the right analog is actually a dodge function now, which is really nice. You know, we don't use it a heck of a lot, but you know, if you time it right, it just works beautifully. So there's recent events with the PlayStation Network. This is on the PS4 version. Everyone's kind of cheesed off at the whole Lizard Squad thing, where everyone couldn't access PSN over the entire Christmas weekend, and it still was struggling to get up for, like, you know, a couple days even after that. It's back up now, fortunately. But the downside to that whole thing, when we were sitting here playing this, I had the intention of us all sitting around together and playing, like, hearing, like, actually recording all of our voices while we were doing this. And unfortunately, because the PSN was down, we couldn't get the mics to work. I don't know why. I guess it's linked up in some way or another. But yeah, it just was a no-go. So I'm having to record the audio over this. But you know, it's still like really fresh in my mind, and you know, it was just a good time. I'm hoping in the future I can get Jared and Joanne back again, and we can actually get the microphones working as long as PSN is cooperating. You know, that would be great. But in the meantime, I will blather on for your amusement.
The dead will overwhelm us all unless something is done.
As I go completely quiet. So as you can see here, my wife is fiddling around with her skills, despite our protesting when we said to her repeatedly that you don't have to bother with any of that yet, we're too low level to screw around with all of that noise. So moving forward,
villagers were too afraid to settle near the ruins of the cursed town Tristram. But as time went by,
all these stupid book notes.
You
know, we wouldn't even have bothered to pick any of those up if not for the experience boost you get from just picking them up. They usually just blather on, and if once you've done it once, you hear it again and again, and it's almost worthless to do it over and over. Okay, we've stopped going through equipment. Yes, so it's forward, and if you look on the mini-map there, eventually you'll see the marker leading us to the Wretched Mothers, which is the current quest objective. It's always awesome when you're playing with more than one person and all your characters level up at the same time. It's this big, huge explosion of leveling. And so on. So this is probably going to be a little bit slow, I think, because, well, it is a little bit slow, I don't think. Just because, you know, we're, what, level 4 right now. No one has a heck of a lot of abilities. It's a learning experience for us right now. Well, for Jared and Joanne anyways. And to just jump in the game, you know, you don't want to have everything unlocked to you, which is the main reason why I wanted to start with a fresh character with them and didn't want to use my higher level, because it would be there would be no learning curve. It would just be following along basically and just leeching experience, which is alright in a sense, but is kind of a boring playthrough. So I mentioned earlier that I upped the difficulty level, and I did that specifically because it's 4 of us playing right now, and I didn't want enemies going down so fast that we wouldn't know what was really going on. And at the same time, when you increase the difficulty like that, you get a boost to gold and experience by 75%. And if PSN was working, we'd be getting an additional 100% on that, because Blizzard, you know, during the holidays, they like to give a little extra bonus, you know, just to encourage people to play their games on said holidays. So we would have been leveling up quite a lot faster if that was in effect, but, you know, oh well. Everyone's having a decent time.
He was right.
So, I'm basically just leading everyone around for the most part, and we're just trying to pick up everything we can, and then there, of course, my wife's fiddling with her inventory once again. Yes, I know you have to fiddle with it. I was actually quite thankful that Joanne actually picked a barbarian. Being a wizard, I'm kind of squishy, so I can't take too many hits before I go down, but it actually was my first level 70 class when I was playing on PC, so I'm pretty familiar with it. So I know how to handle it, so I should, you know, I can back off pretty easily and know what to avoid, and, you know, I've played the tits out of this game. One of the big advantages that I've noticed over the console version to the oh, someone died, and it was Joanne. Press triangle. One of the biggest advantages I've noticed is when you pick up gear, instead of having to immediately go into your inventory and slow down and equip everything like you used to have to do in the PC version, you can actually just hit the D-pad and scroll through it without exiting the gameplay, and you can just kind of tell by the green arrows on attack, defense, and healing whether or not it's better for you or worse. If it's worse for you, it'll have arrows pointing down that are red in color, and, you know, green arrows pointing up if it's better, which really speeds up, you know, as you're leveling. Of course, when you hit cap out, you're going to want to tailor your, you know, gear a little bit more, because there's so many other abilities and stuff that won't factor in to a basic attack increase or defense increase. There'll be percentages to frost damage, fire damage, holy, etc., blah blah blah. Bonuses to abilities that won't show up in just the raw statistics. But we definitely won't be hitting anything of that caliber yet, that's for sure. Another thing that's kind of interesting that that they've fixed over time, legendaries and, you know, rare equipment used to be really, really hard to come by. Like, so hard to come by that on my first playthrough back on PC way back in the day, I think I've got maybe one legendary. Now, since I've leveled up a character on here, I haven't even gotten a character back to the same level as I had on PC yet. I think I'm, I don't know, 57 or something like that. And I've gotten over 50 legendaries. So they just made them super, super common. They drop like for, wow, everyone's dying. Well, not me. Everyone but me. I guess I should be telling everyone that to stay out of those frost areas. because they explode and boom. But
I'm still waiting.
apparently I'm just a smart-ass wizard that is all about self-preservation. Yep. That's all that was. Everyone's dead but me. Alright. Okay, get on with it. Damn it, Jared. Resurrect already.
Here's
Blah,
the key.
blah, blah, Leah.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I
Go to the
suspected what was
cathedral.
lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram
Okay,
once
let's
again.
just look around for
But
anything.
like Aiden, I'll be gone.
Not
I got
ready
a couple
yet.
upgrades. I love how you're not restricted to a certain type of weapon. Like as a wizard, I don't have to have like a wand or a staff or anything. I can use anything as long as it's an increase of stats. Like right now I'm using like a sword, which is, you know, awesome.
I need arcane power.
Really hoping that Blizzard continues on with Diablo 3 and releases another expansion for it at some point. Like the gameplay is, you know, pretty timeless. Like Diablo 2, it's basically the same thing as Diablo 2 except refined and, you know, updated graphic engine and, you know, a couple of different little add-ons, but the gameplay itself is, you know, classic Diablo. And I played Diablo 2 for years and years before this came out. And I could always come back to it. You know, I'd beat it and, you know, forget about it for a while. My characters would end up being deleted on Battle.net, which, you know, after so much inactivity, that's what happened, unfortunately. But I could always come back to it. And very much so with this. Like, I've owned it for PC. I've owned it for Xbox 360. I now own it for PS4. You know, there's not too many games that I'll buy the same game over again with just different versions of it. I think there's only 2 others that I've actually done that for, and I think that would be Final Fantasy XI and Phantasy Star Online. Both games as well that I put tons and tons of hours into. Okay, we're at the cathedral. Off to see Deckard Cain. Old bastard. Stay a while and listen.
Need more time.
As much as I love this game, there's a couple things that, you know, kind of irk me, and don't so much irk me just because I think I like the way they work. For one, like, don't take any of this the wrong way. So if you're the type to get offended or anything, you know, I'm sorry. But one, you know, Tyrael, he's like, you know, the heavenly angel of justice. You know, I really didn't want to see him in human form. I like him the way he is. Like, yeah, he's a black guy. Like, whatever, that doesn't matter. Human form, that's the big thing. I like it without him, without a face, with like a vacant hood, with, you know, the angelic wings and everything. You know, I remember in Diablo 2, it was just so awesome whenever he showed up. I wanted to be him. I wanted to be him in his armor. And now he's just useless and walks around, and he doesn't die, really, but he doesn't do anything either. It's kind of useless and pointless. And the other thing, too, Diablo is a girl. Nothing wrong with that, I guess, but I'm just so accustomed to the big hulking demon Diablo. And I know I'm not alone on this. A lot of people were kind of, yeah, that's cool, but why is he like that? You know, it's Diablo. Sure, it's, you know, ends up being the prime evil and everything, and, you know, evil doesn't have a gender or anything, so it shouldn't matter. But I don't know, it's just the big hulking beast, you know, aspect that, you know, I grew accustomed to. And in general too, I guess I like the bosses maybe in Diablo 2 a little bit better, like Mephisto and Baal and Duriel and all of those ones, and Dariel. Other than the Lord of Lies, you know, I could write a lot of them off. They're okay, I guess, but nothing to really write home about, in my opinion.
Not ready yet.
Like they did a couple, you know, throwouts to the fans, and you know that's cool. Like, you know, fighting the Butcher again, which is a hallmark of the original Diablo, and as we just saw there, blathering off, the Skeleton King, Leoric. You know, that's from the first Diablo. He was, you know, quite the awesome boss to fight. And he looks really cool in this one too, I have to admit.
It is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps. We must discuss.
Ooh, cutscene. We'll just let these play through for anyone that has not seen any of them. Unfortunately, it's probably, like I said, it's going to be a bit of a tease since we haven't, we're not going to go through the entire thing.
Uncle!
Thanks, not
Please, Uncle.
I've got some brand new goods you might be interested in.
Yeah, don't buy anything. It's all worthless. There's no point buying anything when you're low level because you outgrow it in 2 seconds. Alright. Let's talk to Hedrick. No, bad. Stop clicking on things.
Don't touch anything unless you're buying it. I like to keep my Leah spent all night alongside the blacksmith. Did you hear?
Blacksmith. Not now. Thank you. Follow me. I'm sorry.
This must be done.
I need more hatred to do that. Miller, my love, forgive me.
Barf.
Cedric! Help me! Man, that life bar is just plummeting.
I couldn't have done this without you. I'm in your debt. My name
I think I'm a
is
little
Hayden.
bit ahead of everyone on experience because I think I'm the only one that hasn't died
I
yet.
must find
You'll find this tomb in a cemetery in the Weeping Hollow. And if you see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
Find the cemetery of the Forsaken in the Weeping Hollow. All these maps are all randomized. No matter how many times you do them, they're always, the location is always in a different place. So a lot of it's, you know, wandering around and guessing and trying to find the right spot, unfortunately. But I guess if it was all the same, it would get boring fast.
Not enough hatred.
Jeez, going down a bit here. And that we will. Looks like Jared's down. That would be part of... Run away! That would be, because that's on hard mode. Oh, Jen's down. Spawns. Jeez, like this one like regular minion here, it's like just taking hit after hit from me, it's just not going down. He's a little bit low on life here. Ah, 53 kill spree. Has taken it upon herself to lead the way at this point. That was a good little tank shit. Although I'm not going to be able to get Jared or Joanne over frequently, I don't know if this turns out that this is enjoyed a little bit. I might continue it on with maybe my wife a bit. And hopefully we can get a little more dialogue going. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. After I get through what I've recorded, then we'll go from there. Oh, we're almost at the center. Sweet. Cleaning up a bit. Alright, let's go. Get on with it. Oh, okay, we're there. Perfect. So I think we'll cut it off for now. And continue on with the another episode. So, we'll see you next time. I am the Canadian Zangief. This is my wife Jennifer, my good friend Jared, and his wife Joanne. And, yeah, to be continued on the next Diablo 4 play.